Hi ECC kids, it's Mr. Steve and it's time for gardening. Last week we looked at the garden that we have at the ECC and how well everything is growing. Today I'm in a much bigger garden. From this garden we provide all kinds of vegetables to the food bank so that the hungry families can have some food during these hard times. This is called Wunderfarms. This is the community garden, and it's all run by people like me, Mr. Steve, and people like Mr. Mickey that work here and help to keep the garden going, and so that we can harvest all the vegetables for the hungry families. So today we're going to look at what kind of things we have here at this garden. And look how big this garden is. We have all kinds of things at this garden. We have kale and collard greens and tomatoes and lettuce and all kinds of things that are good for the food banks for the hungry families. And we're going to go over here and take a look at one of the other smaller gardens that we have here at Wunderfarms. And here's another one of the gardens that we have here. There's the big garden, and here's a smaller garden. And we have some parsley in here. You know, we use parsley for Passover Seder, and it's real tasty. Parsley's really tasty. So let's look over here. And just 2 weeks ago, we built a new garden, and we planted some new seeds, and you can see over here that we have some baby bean plants. Look how small they are, and we just planted those 2 weeks ago. And we have some okra and some eggplants, and they're all in a line, and they're all gonna grow nice and big like you are, because here we have sun and we have water. And what's the third thing that plants need to grow? Like you need food to grow. And so the food that we have here is in the soil. So we have really, really good soil here that has the fertilizer in it. So we're going to go over here. We're going to say hi to some of the other people that garden with us. There's Mr. Ray and Mr. Kevin.
Morning. Always got a new toy.
And this is for the children at a preschool.
Oh,
so
nice. Glad you said something like
yes, that's why I said that. And we have some other little plants here that we planted seeds, and they're coming out, and they're getting big because they have sun and water and food, and they're going to get big, and then we're going to plant them inside the garden so that they can get big too. So today we're going to pick collards, and I think you remember when we pick collards in the garden. Remember how we do that? Let's take a look. Look down here. We put our hand around it, we snap it off, and there's the collards. And we put those in a bag, and then that goes to the food bank. And we're going to pick probably 50 pounds of collards here this morning and take it all to the food bank so that the hungry kids and families will have something to eat. So we're going to go around here and see what else we have. Let's see. Let's take a look over here. We have something down here that a lot of people like. This is celery. See the celery? Just like you get in the grocery store, and listen to how crunchy it is. You hear that? Crunchy celery. That's really good. Fresh from the garden. And let's look over here. We have a tomato plant. This one has little baby tomatoes, and it's turning red, so it'll be ripe and ready to pick. And what do we have here? a big green tomato. Does green mean it's ready to pick? No, not yet. It'll be red and ripe in about 2 weeks, and then we'll be able to pick it. So I'll come back here and we'll take a look at the garden next week and see how much things have grown. So you keep eating your vegetables so that you can grow. Be nice to your brothers and sisters. Be nice to your parents. And everybody have a good week. This is Mr. Steve saying goodbye from the garden.